good day. How are you all today? I myself am pretty excited. I'm pretty excited to start in a new adventure. That adventure being Control. I know very little, if anything, about this game. The only thing I really know is there's something with supernatural stuff regarding gameplay stuff, and the only thing I've done, I started it up to make sure everything was good and have all the controls ready and going. So like we have display and stuff like this all set up. We have the interface is all good. We don't want to change any of that. Subtitles I've turned on. I don't know about the subtitle background. It might be a little too distracting. We'll put it on for now, actually, now that I think about it. The speaker, we'll do that. I'll try not to read the subtitles because a lot of the time the subtitles, depending on how they come along, can kind of spoil certain aspects of things. But yeah, I haven't really changed any options except controller button layout is for the PS, because that's what I'm using, the PS controller. Audio really fast. I'm gonna knock it down to 70 across the board. We've muted copyright music. I'm using headphones. Does it really matter? Keep it on speakers? Keep it on speakers. Even though I'm using headphones. Really quickly, we're doing a final little thing. I'm doing an Alt-Tab really fast to make sure we're all good. And yeah, we're good. We're recording, we're all that. So, before we get started with new game, I would like to say for those of you that are gonna enjoy the adventure we're going on and have been enjoying the adventures we've been on in the kingdom, then become a citizen today via subscribing on YouTube or utilizing my streamer links in the description below to catch me on all of my other associated sites, including but not limited to Twitch, where you can follow me over there and catch me when I go live at 8 p.m. EST, EDT every weekday. If you manage to catch up, if you manage to show up when I go live, I look forward to greeting you. However, if you can't make it, that's fine too. If you want to help the kingdom out even further beyond, you can always leave a like on the video and comment if you feel so inclined to do so to help with the algorithm and get more eyes on the channel, and share with a friend as well. With all that said and done, let's get into the next adventure in the kingdom. I'll bump it up a little bit just in case. Speakers, English, subtitles, start new game. I jumped the gun a little bit on the start the next adventure, but probably not by much. Standing still in combat makes you an easy target. Keep moving to throw the enemy off. Okay, so this is a consistent moving one. I'm excited because I've heard that it's a good game. I've seen little to nothing about it though. I just know there's like your character uses telekinesis, and there's paranormal activity that goes on in the facility that we're in. I'm not 100% certain though. This is a game I got for free from Epic. Today is a Thursday, so the next cycle of free games they're giving out is also available. Every Thursday, Epic has a tendency to drop 1 to 2 new free games, and this just so happened to be one of the games I got maybe a couple weeks ago, around the time that I started playing. Shit, I don't even remember. It's been a long while. I got a lot of games from Epic I want to check out at some point in the future. I think on weekends I might start trying to stream whenever, just to make sure that I could start going through the list of games to see if there are any that I like or any that I could write off. That was a very interesting loading screen. Also, there's a warning.
This is gonna be weirder than usual.
Subtitles are a little delayed. So the character's name's Jesse? Or the narrator's name is Jesse? Okay, it's synced up. Fair warning.
So here I am.
Oh, I might have to make some adjustments if it keeps stuttering like that. Because
I
we're
know I
borderless.
shut you out sometimes. I'm always glad to hear from you.
The video's
It's
stuttering,
just
the
that
audio isn't.
I get my hopes up. So many times it's led to nothing.
Fair warning, certain things can lead to
I
epileptic
found nothing.
reactions. So if you have seizures and stuff like that, I'm just letting you know. That was the warning that
It's
happened in the
like
beginning of the game, so I'm giving you that warning as well.
We live
before we
in
get
a
into
room, and there's a poster on the wall.
Federal
We stare
Bureau of
at it
Control?
and we think that's the whole world. The room and the poster. The picture's something nice. A landscape, a famous person. Like in
That portrait to the
movie.
right was a little
What is
off.
it called? The prison movie. The room's a cell, and the picture, it's different for each of us. It can be beautiful or terrible, but we're all transfixed. But it's all a lie.
This?
Something to
What is
distract
this?
us from the truth. They're lying to us. We're lying to ourselves. The room's not the world. The world is much bigger and much stranger. There's a hole hidden behind that poster that leads to the real world.
Because the audio's not messed up, I don't know if this is
We
intentional
all
or
feel
not.
safe.
I don't
in
think
that
it
room.
is. I need to
But
make some
sometimes-
adjustments.
Sometimes something crawls out from behind the poster. And the ones that see it happen freak out and try to forget what they saw.
Graphics are phenomenal.
I'm here. Why did you bring me here?
Right into the game too. That's pretty awesome.
Hello? Anyone here?
We might need to make some slight adjustments here. First of all, sometimes Borderless has a weird issue. Yeah, we always have to make some slight adjustments. We could. I had this turned off. That's probably a big reason right there. Oh. Yeah, motion blur and stuff. Why does motion blur? Why is that always an option that's turned on? Hold on. Let me make sure those options actually stuck around. Why is film grain and motion blur something that's always turned on? Also, let me make sure that nothing messed up when I went to full screen. It doesn't look like it did. We are experiencing some slight frame drop, it looks like. Hopefully it's not bad and it just happened when I alt-tabbed. Yeah, just 0.7% frame drop. That's not even a full percent. It was just when I alt-tabbed. Oh man, I missed having the controller in my hands. Is there anything that I could read over here? Of Honor, something of Honor. Hall of Honor, Wall of Honor, something like that. I'm gonna be looking at a lot of stuff like this. Because I like... That freaks me out a little bit. Ooh, what? Oh, never mind. I thought it was the flag. Please wait here. Security check. Remove outwear, empty pockets, and remove metals. Place contents in the bin. When directed by security staff, proceed through metal detection. It's probably gonna go off. Yeah. Oh, we gotta hold the button. Prohibited items render. I clicked that, but apparently that was the wrong button. There we go. Oh no. We're gonna be... Prohibited items reminder. Federal Bureau of Control, the FBC. Reminder. Certain objects are not allowed inside the Bureau. Recent incidents have necessitated an issued reminder on prohibited materials. Unauthorized weapons. Makes sense. Pagers, laptops, smartwatches, smartphones, smart gaming devices, anything smart. I wonder why that is. Number 2, pencils. Why? Any objects considered iconic representations of an archetypical concept? Rubber ducks, ketchup bottles? What? All material under Bureau investigations to be brought in through the private entrances. If you see any lobby personnel in breach of these policies, please notify your supervisor immediately. I can understand the weapons and the tech. The number 2 pencils and the iconic representations of an archetypical concept is not something I anticipated. Oh, that was weird. It opened up automatically. Not something I anticipated being a thing to look out for. I wonder why that is. Internal lockdown in effect, building lockdown in effect. How did we get in then? Multiple containment breaches detected, multiple building shifts detected. Head of research override. HRA protocol activated. Huh, I wonder what all that means. Bureau expenditures. Staffing, surveillance, data center initiative, construction, minor. That's major expenditures. Office equipment, janitor costs, mold removal, HQ livability costs. For cost breakdown spreadsheet, see page 5. For 5-year comparison chart, see page 9.
This seal. I saw it a long time ago. I keep seeing it in my dreams.
Well, okay. I'm not going to be sprinting. Head of research, Dr. Casper Darling. Chic shelter. Not necessarily a fire alarm, even though it looks like one. Our bureau at work. Huh. I wonder what the significance of that janitor dude's gonna be. Like, I'm not gonna make any speculations yet. But I'm the type of person that looks at that and goes, what does that mean? Does that our bureau at work mean that he's literally like the dude that runs this secretively or something like that? Probably not. Director Zachariak French. Okay, so I'm pretty sure that that's going to be useful for us in the future, even though it's a defibrillator. Check your toilets. Nothing in the toilets.
Federal Bureau of Control.
You're a little bit delayed there on the
All
wording.
these years I've been looking for them, and they were hiding in plain sight.
I was trying to crouch down, but it's a window, so I probably wouldn't be able to crawl through that. Man, look at how bland that is. No colors, nothing. I'm gonna be looking around trying to collect everything because that's just the type of person that I am. Why can't I click that and listen to it? First of all. Federal Bureau of Control, attention all blank. A shark in his blank, although secure. Permission to follow basic protocol, shoot to kill, good luck. Huh. I wonder if, like, we could get the uncensored versions of those documents. Hello. As you all should know by now, the R4 reports are due by the end of the week. We're still waiting on them from a number of people. If you need an extension, please request Form R4.E from your supervisor. If you think you're exempt from filing an R4, then you'll need to get a written permission from your department chief saying so. Remember, R4s are mandatory under Section 75.2 of the Employee Manual. If your R4 requires interdepartmental claims, then please contact the appropriate department head, Dr. Darling, Miss Marshall, Mr. Salvador, or Mr. Kirkland, as needed. They'll be busy on Thursday in their annual policy review, so please schedule accordingly. Best, your admin team. Okay, so this is to the executive sector staff from the admin. I hear humming.
Hello?
There's the janitor, dude.
Hey, excuse me.
There you are. You are here about the job.
Huh? Ati. His name's Ati.
Janitor's assistant. You need to go to the interview. Go that way to the elevator.
Thanks. Elevator that way. Got it.
Very good. I'm Ahti, the janitor, by the way. You'll work for me. You can say I sent you. If they don't hire you, then you are relevant. There be work for the axe. Take them behind the sauna, jumalauta.
I've done enough night shift loner jobs to know it makes us come off weird. Ati the janitor is a friendly face in my book.
Better than somebody with no face at all. Think.
He responded to her thought. He responded to her thought just then.
Think about it. No face.
But that said, I know what you're thinking. If there's an axe murderer around, that's him.
He didn't respond to that one. He responded to the other thought. For sure. Oh, that's awesome. What is up with Ati? Wait. Wait. Oh, this game's trippy. This game's fucking trippy. I lost my control. I lost control of my controller. Oh no. Oh, this game is trippy. We can't go where we came from. We can't return the way we came from. Everything's been turned topside. Like, it's different now. Holy shit. Yeah, no, we came up here from there. The janitor's thing was right there. That's the cleaning in progress definitely wasn't here. Yeah. This is all new. Oh, that's
The cell
awesome.
And the poster.
Yeah.
I was 11 years old the first time I saw behind the poster. They told me I imagined it. I've been trying to pull it down ever since. Will you help?
Weird patterns. This game has hooked me. Within the first 20 minutes, this game has hooked me with a treble hook, basically. Fishing terminology, a treble hook is a hook that has 3 prongs on it, basically. Or if not, more prongs on it. It gives off the idea of if a fish bites it and you set the hook, you're hooking that bastard. This is a game that has intrigued me immediately. Ati has some important shit going on. Because he responded not only to her thought process, but the way he was talking about everybody else. Like, even though he's a janitor, he runs this place. Something's up with him. Oh, I'm hyped. This game, I was tired a little bit earlier today. Oh, that's slick. That was slick. The elevator
lose you
opening,
there for a moment?
that was slick.
You know what's on my mind. My baby brother, Dylan. 17 years since the men of this bureau took him.
Huh. I don't think there's anything significant about that. There could be, but I don't know. Oldest house, discovered August 4, 1964. Area is under 24-hour surveillance. Check with guard before proceeding. Oh yes, there's physics. I can run into stuff. That's gonna be fun and distracting for somebody like me. Level 1 clearance. Oh, looks like we need a key card. Level 1 key card. Is that a stapler or an altered item? Don't take office equipment outside of the building. Don't correspond... What? Don't correspondence. It's not just rude, it's illegal. Don't read confidential. That's pretty slick. You almost can't read it from that angle. Man, this place is gonna be trippy. Can I turn that off? Federal Bureau of Control reminder, redrafting any public-facing material. While pending any notifications of death related to the Willow AWE, please adhere to the following guidelines. Words, phrase to use. In the service of her country, regret, proud pride will be remembered. Word phrases to avoid: Alaska, scissors, blood, bleed, loss, apologies, sorry. Willow, AWE, regret, proud, pride will be remembered in service of her country. Wait. Jesse Faden arrives in the oldest house, the headquarters of the Federal Bureau of Control, to look for answers to the mysteries of her childhood. So it seems like this place, the oldest house, as it's called, was discovered, and then they just made the company, business, the agency, whatever you want to call it, around. Hold on a minute. Water mountain with a waterfall coming off. Two individuals, one has petting his horse. Is that the same exact picture, or is it different?
We're starting from the top.
Same exact portrait. At least it looks that way. But yeah, I always love stuff like this, like when they came across this building in whatever time they came across it, and as a result, they made the agency around that. Barbara, I am not to be disturbed. Cancel all my appointments for the day for the rest of the week. I can't trust them, Barbara. Not a single one. Trench. Huh. So I'm assuming Trench is the... Wait a minute. He just shot himself. He literally just shot himself.
Shit. Shit.
Oh!
Pick it up? The murder weapon?
My God.
Really?
Wait, what? You want me to pick it up? So was she talking to the...
Something's outside. Was coming here a mistake?
A revolver. I always love revolvers.
And there goes the poster.
Objects of power can cause or be results of AWE's altered world events, intrusions upon the perceived reality. Now, the service weapon is, of course, a prime example of an OOP, a very powerful one. Ingrained in the Bureau's DNA, a key component in our prime candidate program. Come out of that Russian roulette a winner, and you're it.
Look at this place.
So...
Where am I?
The weapon we have... I want to pause it a couple times so I can break this shit down, because my brain's running a mile a minute and I gotta get half this shit out at the very least. The revolver is an altered world item. It's not normal. It isn't, like, it has no ammunition in it. However, only the director, the person that's in charge, I guess, can wield it. But only the director can choose to be the director, or the weapon will kill the director. And if the weapon is chosen by the person that chooses to be the director, then there will be ammunition with the weapon? I might be a little bit confusing, but this is exactly what's going through my brain right now. So, was that individual the director, or was he attempting to become the director? If those portraits are us instead of him, that will give me my answer. Otherwise, I have no fucking idea. Bubblegum Polaroid. All none. Concepts, tattoos we see in your minds. The service weapon. It has many forms like the house, prison you occupy. So we did some type of like forced palm push, it looks like. What are those blue things that were left behind? Health?
The same gun.
Control the gun house. It doesn't have a regular barrel. What the?
Okay. Now
So,
I have a gun.
with the control of the gun comes the control of the... Oh, that's cool. The weapon recharges automatically. The service weapon regenerates ammunition automatically when not in use. I noticed that. Okay, good. We can just blind fire. We don't have to aim. That's good to know. Oh, so we can't do a triggered reload. We have to wait for it to recharge. There's a little lag when I go to... Okay. It looks like there's levels above the individual's head. Health eliminates. Wait. Enemies drop health elements when damaged. Collect health elements to restore health. So we're now the director.
Something's coming. This threat. An attack. Duty as director. Keep the Bureau safe.
Did you hear that? It's the dead man. Right after the pyramid spoke to me, and it was just noise, and I understood every word. And this gun's alive. You know what? I'm happy. Happy to be here. Things have quieted down outside. Is it safe to go?
So... I guess we can't do anything about the body? That is ridiculously realistic. Fuck. This shit's so cool. That fucking made me jump. That scared the shit out of me.
You can't let this happen. 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 You can't let this happen.
Let what happen?
You can't let this happen. You stopped it. You... Oh, thank you. That was... horror.
Hold on a minute. We're getting... Maybe that'll help.
Get the fuck away!
Hiss guard. We just got clearance level. You do not have a clearance level. Many internal security personnel, the Hiss was quick to take advantage of this fact. Hiss guards use the standard issue bullpup rifles they carry prior to corruption, while the armored guards carry pump-action shotguns. They have no observed paranatural abilities, with the exception that certain Hiss guards are protected by a shielding of dense Hiss resonance, capable of stopping bullets. Is this shielding a result of prolonged Hiss corruption? Does the Hiss mature in organic hosts over time? More data is needed. Did the Hiss target individuals with combat training? Does the Hiss have that level of contingence? Does it utilize hosts for tasks they are best suited to? Combat trained hosts are reserved for combat? These are all questions for later, though. It is obvious that corrupted individuals retain knowledge on the use of their weapons. Refer to file blank for full report. So much is expected from the director. The responsibility, the privilege. Service weapon OOP-1KE. Containment procedure. No unique procedures required. Description, parallelity. The object's form is variable. When bound, the object allows aeronautic aliens to blank. This object must only be bound by individuals seeking the role of probably the director. The object will determine whether, if rejected, the applicant is terminated. This process is dictated by the blank, though their criteria is unknown. Okay, the object was discovered inside the oldest house in the room that is now used as the director's office. Popular hypothesis, many forms throughout history. Mjolnir, Excalibur, Varanasta, all weapons that of their wielders. If objects of power are the convergence of forces based on the collective subconscious, then this may be the original manifestation of that event. If this is the case, see Dr. Darling presentation 11.1 for more detail. Weird. Oh, that's something we just watched. I need to figure out what the up with the lag. It might be just because I'm streaming this at the same time. The image has probably suffered a little bit, but I don't really mind about that. I'm more focused on letting this game play without that happening. Alright. Still got a little bit of lag, but you know what? I guess I could... Oh my god. Oh yeah, the portraits look very bad now because of that. Like, look at how... Okay. Okay. We'll figure this out yet. Wait, I can probably close. Hold on. I just realized something. I can probably make this work a little bit better if I close out the rest of my Google Chrome stuff. Give me 1 minute. I'm waiting for the Google to close. Hopefully, when Google closes, it'll have this game run a little bit better. One of the reasons it might be as bad as it is because that I have Google open, and it's taking a minute for Google to close right now. So give me a moment. My apologies. We'll hopefully have this sorted out for tomorrow, so we won't have to pause nearly as much to deal with technical difficulties. I will say, I'll give you my 40-minute thought process so far right now while I'm waiting for this to go through. The game's hooked me. The fact that, like, the oldest house, this is the way that it is, the gun seems to also be a representation of possibly any or every weapon of myth is, like, really interesting. The fact the gun is not a normal gun, but, like, either one of two things: that individual was attempting to be the director, or that individual was no longer fit to be the director. And regardless of that situation, what happened as a result is the gun and the house decided to terminate the director. This is so interesting so far. Not only that, everything seems to have switched itself around now that the director exists. We are the director. Therefore, all the portraits of the director have been changed. I would almost bet money if I go back to the office that that dude might be gone, as well as the blood. But I do not know. You know what other game I had issues like this with? Watch Dogs 2. And I think Watch Dogs 1 a little bit I had stuttering like this. Google's taking a while to close. I don't know why it's taken this forever and a half to close, but it is. There we go. Wait, I think I can do one more thing. Alright, now the only thing we have open is the stream and the game. Wow. It's still a little bit bad, but not nearly as bad as it was before. We should now have the... No, we don't. Now, hold on a minute. I have to go back to the elevator, I would assume. No, he's still there. I love how the damage retains itself on the thing. I would expect it to, like, repair itself, but I guess not. The building has changed again. I'm pretty sure the building has changed again. There's a lot of stuttering happening right now.
The hotline. Secure line of communication. Guide us. Reach the hotline.
The hotline, says the dead man. Okay.
This shit's crazy. It sucks that it's being as laggy as it is. Undefined reading. You are my vessel, I heard. Okay, the destructible environment and shit like that is actually phenomenal. Like, the fact that this shit remains the way that it is awesome. I love that. I absolutely love that. Exotic meeting minutes. I'll read a bunch of these in a moment. Now that I have a gun, I should probably also have access to... Oh, shit! That's cool. I should also have access to other areas.
Reminder, if you experience an unanticipated building shift, follow these simple steps. 1. Search the room for any altered items or objects of power. 2. Carry the altered item or object of power to the nearest safe room. 3. Wait for Bureau staff to find you and the object. If there are no altered items or objects of power in the vicinity, then reach your supervisor via the nearest intercom and await further instructions. Thank you for your attention.
That was violent. Displacement can be taken for reuse. Oh, that's so cool. That's so cool. So yeah, now that I have that ability, I can go into certain areas that would normally be quote-unquote locked off or blocked off to me. The question is, certain areas I think are now gated. God, that's so weird. That's so weird. The way this building's shifting the way that it is. This is a building shift that they're talking about. That whispering's freaking me the fuck out, not gonna lie. before we continue on, I'll read everything that I've gathered so far. The destructible environments are awesome. I always love that in video games. The delays caused by house shifts do not count towards overtime. Oh, that's kind of shitty. Spinning out of control, yes. Acoustic guitar for sale. Turns out it's pretty hard. Something for maintenance, $50 for the guitar. Reminder to all staff, food left in the refrigerator in containment break room 3B has been known to vanish. Plan accordingly. Jocks and ballerinas live at the oldest house. Book club. Let's say hi and welcome to some new people in the oldest house. Let's say hi and welcome some new people. I'm assuming these are potentially developers. First aiders. Don't bring dogs into the office. Some of us have allergies. Office rules of conduct. Speak in moderate volumes, no personal calls, no food or drink around bureau documents or in the copy room. No using the photocopier for personal projects, or the 3D printer, or the bureau stationery. Wear access badge at all times, no discussing confidential projects out loud. The one to finish the coffee pot makes a new one. Remember to wash your hands can spread the mold. Be sure to wash your hands carefully with soap. Make sure to wash off fingernails, palms, backs, wrists. Rinse thoroughly and dry carefully. I wish I had a scope or something to zoom in even further. This shit's crazy. Let's work hard. His life is in your hands. Everyone's safety depends on you. Max occupancy 6 persons in the shelter. Shelter model M72. Shelter ID G1002. Protection rating MILSTD 8103. Shelter service hatch. Oh god. Personal mods, weapon mods. Oh god. Guided into the building by the janitor, Jesse finds Zachary Trench, the director of the bureau, shot dead. She picks up the pistol next to the body and is translocated to the astral plane. The strange board encourages her to bind the gun, an object of power called the service weapon. She succeeds and the board informs her that she is now the director. Executive staff from the admin. See, it's from the admin. Nothing's ever from the director so far. Agenda items for next executive meeting. Rising costs of AWE response. Update on mode eradication efforts. Upcoming annual salary review. New supplier of coffee filters to be found and vetted. Please come prepared. Thank you for your time. Dinner reservations. Dinner reservations at 7 p.m. at Chez Ambre. Wife will meet you there. Don't be late. Flowers are ready for you at lobby reception. Remember, she is turning 46. I think that 46 might be important. Well, the shelter didn't do anything to him. Or didn't save him, I should say. Unfortunate. Federal Bureau of Control 2H Marshall from Lee Kenham. Another dud. For Marshall's eyes only, Marshall, we checked out the suspected AWE in Duluth. Wasn't anything just like the house fire before this, and the malfunctioning clothes drive before that. My team is getting pretty sick of duds. We need to find a better way to sort the fake AWEs from the real things, or you need to rotate these field agents off for a bit. Anyway, we're en route to Sherman Ranch, next one on the list. Let's hope it's a little livelier there. Sincerely, Special Agent Kenham. Not Kenman. House memory. Category 2628, no, 2938 executive. Cat 1 37928 executive. So we can't aim our melee attack, it looks like. I'm doing a lot of exploring this early on, I can't help myself. Don't take office equipment. There's a lot of duplicates here on this board. I wonder how many duplicates there's gonna be around the place. Says where a couple of my bullets missed. That is so fucking cool. That, like, it actually does environmental damage to shit. Neat. Potential executive.
The hissing sound that tried to invade me earlier. The hiss. Burrowing into everything in this place.
Is the hiss your enemy? Alright, it's our enemy.
That babble's contagious. It burrows in like an infuriating melody that makes you hum it over and over.
We're the house. I think I just had the starting realization that we, the player, are the house, maybe? Urban legends. Paula Brandt and Lorenz Dune, researchers by order of Emily Pope, research specialists. Summary. Urban legends are believed to affect the creation of altered materials, but can also dictate the characteristics of an altered world event. Urban legends are understood as the modern evolution of Jung's archetypes. We recognize certain blank, informed by our own blank, and popularized by our media. We have additionally proven that urban legends can even be artificially blank in popular culture using blank. Our Bureau made anthology television program. Once the seeds are sown, human imagination exacerbates the details. Certain paranautical phenomena contains clear elements of popularized folklore, AWEs, that only occur on blank, a pair of scissors that consume human blank through two punctures on the blank. These details living in the minds of so many have been given strength through belief. Urban legends are not just stories for children, they are paranatural realities waiting to happen. Refer to file 4936942 for full report. So here's my question. I wonder if there's at any point will this get unblocked, or will we be able to get a different version of that report? Visitor evaluations. Federal Bureau of Control, how to handle unscheduled visitors entering the lobby. Start with the following. Welcome to the Federal Bureau of Control, established in 1964 as part of an effort to strengthen government relations. We are proud to serve the United States and her people as we strive for transparency and excellence in all aspects of our esteemed nation's infrastructure. If they do not leave, then ask them questions. Are you here to see someone? Are you from New York City or just visiting? How do you find this place? If their answers are sufficiently harmless, explain that this is a secure federal office and that they'll need to leave. If their answers seem blank, escort them to a private room. There, perform the gunner's psychological assessment. If their responses are within the acceptable range of deviance, see the provided scoring sheet, then blank immediately. Remember, there's no such thing as too suspicious. That blank immediately makes it sound like terminate immediately or something like that. I don't know how long I'll be able to play this game if they have whispering like this consistently. Because it's actually kind of giving me a little bit of a headache. Wait. I just came from here, right? Yeah. That's a dude with a gun.
Cleanse the control point. What does that mean? Help me fix it.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
You did it. We did it.
Hello. Can you hear me? Are you with us? With the Bureau? Are you still safe?
Oh, that's cool. That's cool. That's fast travel in that?
Please, talk to me. We saw you deal with the
No, Pope.
compromised agents.
Give me a minute.
Is it safe to come out?
Weapon mods. We'll have to check these out momentarily. Oops. Cat 3 49192 alerts. Okay. Federal Bureau of Control, listen, I know you can't control building shifts, but the executive level restroom has been missing for weeks now. I worked my ass off in the Islamabad station for 3 years. I've earned the right to a nice workplace shitter. If you can't bring it back, at least find out where it went. D. Rodriguez. That's hilarious. Listen, I get it. I understand that you can't control shifts. But come on, man. Oh, that's DMCA music. That's why it's muted. I have clicked off to mute copyrighted music, and so it did. Technological restrictions, extermination of paranautical topics, technological limitations of the oldest house. Dr. Carla Vong and Dr. Herbert Tan, research specialists, by order of Dr. Casper Darling, head of research. The oldest house imposes certain limitations on our bureau, but by far the most restricted is the inability to use certain technological instruments. The oldest house does not allow devices that receive or emit any blank signal. Radio waves are the only transmittable signals in the oldest house, and even those are often unreliable. If the power of collective unconsciousness is taken into account, it could be that certain pieces of technology are too new in the cultural blank for the oldest house to blank them. Similarly, these items have not been known to become receptacles for altered status. Technology may be moving at too fast a pace for the blank to occur. Modern technology tends to despair and break here, sometimes quite violently. Blank agents have been injured by cell phones exploiting their pockets while entering the oldest house. Refer to file 419-1935 for full report. So this place is interesting.
I can't tell you how happy I am to talk to somebody sane.
The feeling's mutual. Yeah, I'm Pope, Emily Pope, Dr. Darling's assistant.
My turn. Should I lie? Jesse Faden. I'm just visiting. I should have lied.
Oh, shit. You're the new director. Hold on. We're coming out.
Wait, how do they know that already? What are those vests?
Director Faden.
Call me Jesse.
Okay, Jesse. I'm Emily. Look, somehow this hostile force, this
Hiss?
that works? Somehow the hiss managed to infiltrate the building without any warning.
And just like that, my name for it is official. The hiss. Like the sound of poison gas leaking in.
This is crazy.
We're in full lockdown. It seems to have spread everywhere and to everyone not protected by an HRA. And, extraordinarily, you. You are the director, and that makes you special by definition. Trench is no longer the director, obviously. I'm sorry, I'm talking too much. This whole situation is just a lot.
Trench is dead. Shot.
Ah.
I found his body. And the gun.
Do I tell her it looked like a suicide?
The service weapon.
Also, and this can sound crazy, but he keeps appearing to me. Saying things. It's hard to make out, but he told me to cleanse the control point. Push the hiss out. The whole room shifted around.
You did that? And you entered the building when it was already in the lockdown before you became the new director? How?
I'm not ready to tell her about you yet.
A janitor let me in.
I love it. This is fucking unbelievable. I can't even... Look, Jesse, I have a million questions, and you probably have a million more.
Like, do you know my brother Dylan? Not yet.
But there's something I need to ask you to do first. If you can cleanse a control point, then you can maybe cure those infected or possessed by the hiss. Because if that's possible, our options are very different.
Emily Pope. I don't know her, but I like her already. She's the opposite of the faceless agency I've blamed for what happened to me for so long. But I can't trust her yet. Or rather, the bureau she's a part of.
Yes. I can try.
I'm speaking for you, of course. We can try it together.
That's weird.
Okay. You with me? We did it before. Push the hiss out.
I like how it glows, like the point of interest glows. No, I don't think that's possible.
didn't work. The hiss has burrowed too deep. Ripping it out rips them apart.
That's fucked. Doesn't seem like we can
Jesse,
talk
here.
to him.
We need to make a plan, Jesse.
Listen, we need to cook.
I can't cleanse them. I saw. It was worth a shot. Thank you, Director. Jesse.
So it doesn't seem like that previous
tell her
directive
why I'm
doesn't
here.
exist.
I'll risk it.
Listen, the Bureau was involved in an incident in my hometown, Ordinary, 17 years ago. The Bureau came in and covered the whole thing up. I've been looking for this place for a long time.
That's enough. Maybe that's too much already.
You're the director, though.
I can't tell her about Dylan and the rest yet.
I've seen mentions of an Altered World event case dealing with Ordinary. You were at Ground Zero as a child? It was one of the big ones, and before my time. And very classified. I can try to dig out some old files for you. My boss, Casper Darling, would know, but he's missing.
Find Casper, find information.
I think he knew this was coming, or suspected. He came up with the HRAs, the Hadron Resonance Amplifiers. I think they're what saved us. Or a few of us. And Director Trench would know.
Trench, the ghost, or whatever he is, he mentioned something called the Hotline. Said I should find it.
It's another object of power, like the gun, an old Bakelite telephone. A direct line of communication between the director and the board. Maybe he can talk to you more clearly through that. I mean, Trench has years and years of experience. He might know how to destroy the hiss.
So...
Where is the hotline?
It's kept in the communications department through the mailroom. It's part of this sector, so we can access it even with the lockdown in place. We'll get the door open for you.
Okay, that's my next stop.
That's Tomasi's department. He's head of communications. I don't think he had an HRA. He kind of made a point about not wearing one earlier. Keep an eye out.
They call me the director. But that's not me. I'm not a director type. I'm not a leader.
But you
Why
want to
am I
be,
here?
or you wouldn't be alive, you still.
I think you already know. Yes, I came for my brother, but there are other reasons too. I said I was looking for answers, but I might never understand them. I'm not looking for proof. This is already it. More than enough. No matter what they told me all those years, I know it's real now. I didn't imagine this. I want to be a part of this world.
So you will want to be the director,
what
but
scares
you're
me
just
shitless is that I finally found it.
telling yourself
Only
that,
to
just
see
to
the
tell
hiss
yourself that.
destroy it all.
So that's the phone. That shit's crazy. Welcome to the oldest house. Unknown caller.
Look, I know this is all new to you, so don't hesitate to ask me anything you want to know.
Dialogue
there are no
options?
stupid questions. The door to the comms department? The hotline should be in the communications department.
Buckle up.
Where did the hiss come from?
I'm not sure. You said the hiss was here when you entered. Did you see anything like that outside before you came in?
No. No, just inside.
The source is internal then. See, the oldest house is a sprawling complex with openings to other places as well. I don't even know where to start looking. But in the context, it's good news. The lockdown holds. The hiss escaping the building would be the end. Pretty shitty world out there if you ask me, but I wouldn't want the hiss to destroy it.
With you on that, Emily. You mentioned the oldest house. What is it?
This
building, the Bureau headquarters, the oldest house, is a shifting place. You've seen it. It transcends its physical limits.
Yes.
I've been to New York a few times. How didn't I notice this place?
It's an attribute of the building.
It doesn't want you to notice it.
This is a place of power. The oldest house doesn't like attention, so unless you're purposely trying to find it, you don't, which is perfect for us. The work we do here is essential, but unstable. The Bureau prefers not to be noticed. And we need strong walls to make sure nothing gets out.
So without you, I never would have found the front door.
Okay. This Trench guy. I keep hearing him in my head. Is he a ghost? Haunting me?
I doubt we're talking about a ghost in the traditional sense, but an echo maybe. See, if he was killed by the service weapon, your gun, maybe it's his final thoughts recorded by the bullet in his brain, like a deep space probe sending back data.
That's crazy.
But that's just a hypothesis on my part. I need the gun to research it. But you better hold on to that given the circumstances.
I think I will. Yeah.
That's crazy. This is a crazy game. I'm loving it.
Can you tell me
this
what
is
an
right up my
object
alley.
of power is exactly? This is all, well, new to me.
Don't worry, I love going over the basics. So objects of power are mundane objects that house paranatural energies and have developed a link to the astral plane and can thus be controlled, which is what differentiates them from altered items, which are still housings of paranatural forces, but are more volatile and cannot be bound in the peri-utilitarian sense. Got it?
Did she memorize this?
She loves her job.
Got it. Thanks. So, HRA stop you from becoming Hiss?
Well, it seems that way. I mean, I hadn't even heard of an HRA until a few weeks ago when Dr. Darling started handing them out. Well, I began analyzing mine as soon as I got it. I mean, each one seems to emit a powerful short-range frequency way beyond anything I've ever seen.
Doesn't the timing seem suspicious?
I thought that too. Dr. Darling usually likes to unveil his latest breakthrough in big presentations. With these, he just passed them out. Yeah, his behavior makes me wonder what exactly he knew.
Thanks, Emily. I'm sure I'll have more questions soon.
Just let me know.
That's gonna be our portrait next, I guess. Those are all the previous directors? Maybe? Oh, this is... I'm all hyped for this one. I'm glad I came back and I noticed that. All the clocks are the same. Normally they always have different timing on the clocks for whatever reason. The only person you should fail is yourself. Exclusive to Shatter. More damage against enemy armor. Oh, we can deconstruct them too. That's useful. Personal mods. Health recovery per element pickup. Sure, why not? Oh, cool. We could do a little switch by pressing down. Oh, we don't have level 3 clearance. I don't even know if we have level 1 clearance. Huh. You know what this reminds me a little bit about? I don't know very much about it, but it reminds me a little about, like, SCP. Standard Containment Procedure, lore. Don't let mold hitch a ride. Perform daily body checks to foreign plant matter. More duplicate board stuff. I can't wield my weapon, so this is a safe zone. I can't even do a melee attack. I love how that's telling me where to go. Very subtly, by the way. I want to make sure everything's good. You have no access here yet? Yeah.
There it is again. Our welcome message.
Leave your inside through the door, push the fingers through the surface into the wet. What? Oh shit. The music's awesome. Travel costs. Week 83 report. Summary. Visit the following Nevada accommodations: Desert Sun Inn, Big Sky Motel, Starlight Motel, In and Out, Aztec Court, Sleep E Bear Motel, Silver Spurs Ranch, El Gato Blanco Inn, A Plus Lodge. Accommodation $831.29. Meals $714.84. Gasoline $295.12. Minibar $313.61. I do wonder if a motel called the Ocean View is going to be found in a landlocked state, but hey, I guess I'm not paid to think, right? And for the record, I again request that you give us the budget to get 2 rooms each night. Agent Rowley and myself are very tired of sleeping in the same room. See you on the road, Agent L. Hines. Boys in research said performing rituals may help identify any places of power. Drinking those little whiskeys is my ritual. That creeped me out. I saw movement in my lower left, or lower right, I should say, and I got like, oh god. We'll wait on that one for a minute. Yeah, this is definitely not a game I could play for like 6 hours at a time because of all the whispering shit like that. What the fuck?
Yes, it's overpowering here. You don't want me anywhere near it. With you on that.
So we gotta avoid that location for a minute. Always check your toilets. bust this open, damn it. I want to see if this will actually work. It does. It's a little wonky, but it still works like that, so that's awesome. Dead letters. Machine God. I had a dream and I built the thing I saw in my dream, a machine that will contain God, but not the God you know or the ones known anyone knows, a new God. This machine will be his body, his heart, and his mind. I made it just like the dream showed me. I used the motor from the refrigerator and the coils from my toaster and the fans, plus the timing belts from my car's engine and the wheels from my son's skateboard. God can't move yet, but the dream said he would learn how on his own. This is just a beginner's body, like a baby's, but a machine instead. God only needs a place to start. If you want to interview me, please contact me at the address on the envelope. My phone does not work anymore. I had to use the dialing plate on God. That kind of stuff makes me feel like a badass. Oh, hello.
Communications. We're on the right track.
Just look at it. 8 inches wide and capable of storing a whopping 80 kilobytes. Stolen by our friends at the CIA, the disk held the launch codes to Soviet nukes. This is not the disk, of course, but one exactly like it. A perfect fusion of concepts vibrating in the Cold War era collective unconscious. A receptacle. It is a receptacle for dangerous energies to hone in on. And they did. We don't have the details, but when things started flying around the disk, it was transferred to us. It's an object of power. OOP. Oops. Oh, and it can launch things telekinetically through the air. To date, we've launched maybe 3 dozen pencils. And once, we even launched a cup.
All right. That's blocked off because I need level 2 clearance. So we're going to be doing a little bit of backtracking in the future. Probably a lot more than a little bit, in all honesty. Whom it may concern, I am being contacted by the past presidents of the United States of America. They appear as spirit guides, giving me their wisdom. John Adams keeps saying I need to fix America, but I can't really understand him. They all have a lot of opinions. Tell me I'm imagining it, but Theodore Roosevelt showed me how to fix my lawnmower, and I don't know a thing about lawnmowers. Explain that. I have a great dead men telling me about the past and the present. If you'd like to use my abilities to help run the government, please let me know. I know the White House could use me. Yours in earnest, James Bartholomew. Or Bartholomew. That name's always difficult for me to pronounce. Okay, so Hiss agents we've already been over. Hiss barriers. A Hiss resonance field is a physical impediment that is difficult to define. Hiss barriers appear as ways to impede escape or access by Bureau personnel. Two methods have been discovered for lowering them. Destroy the multiple concentrated resonance sources found in the vicinity, destroy the Hiss entities in the area. The resource fields seem to require support for their size and density from other non-connected sources of Hiss resonance. Without the ability to draw from these sources, the barrier will fall. Does an inactive structure made of Hiss resonance qualify as a conscious being? Does the distinction make any difference when considering the Hiss? What does the very act of building walls to prevent our movement tell us about the Hiss? To what degree is it watching and planning? Refer to file blank for full report. You want to know why these files are blanked? They manifest in human hosts, manifest as parents undergoing no... Wait. We've read about the Hiss Guard. We haven't read this one yet. The Hiss manifests in human hosts in numerous ways. The most common and least intense form is seen in the many corrupted agents floating throughout the Bureau. The Hiss agents have maintained their human appearance, undergoing no obvious physical transformation. The most notable distinction from an unaffected human is the fact that they levitate. These Hiss have displayed no aggressive behavior. They only seem interested in vocalizing the strange incantation ad infinitum. Perhaps these vessels are only meant to propagate the Hiss corruption, like spores or Wi-Fi boosters. Or are they cocoons preparing to enter their next stage of evolution? When attacked, Hiss agents disappear, perhaps entering a state of invisibility or undergoing a transformation into a purely resonant form. Research is not ongoing. Refer to file blank for full report. I think these refer to file blank for full report are the way that they are, is because the blank file does not exist because we are making this file as we go. Because if you notice, every time we fight one of these things, this is when the report pops up, right? Yeah, by order of director Jesse Faden. I should have looked over to the... Wait a minute. Yeah, it's because of us. Emily Pope, research specialist. Because the previous research specialist... Oh, head of research, never mind. Was that like that on the first one that I killed and I just didn't pay attention to it? I'll have to go back and watch this video and figure out if this was all there the entire time and I just missed it. Penny. Hello, avid readers. The Bureau Book Bunch will convene at the usual spot in the corner table of the cafeteria at 5 p.m. on Tuesday. Currently discussing Unless You by J.D. Brooks. Everyone should get their reviews to me by Monday before lunch so I can guarantee some conversation starters before the meeting. Happy reading. Penny Bartwell. My ankles are tingling. This shit's fucking creepy. I hate this. I fucking hate everything about that.
Hey, Meg! What's wrong? My mom's dead. I'm so sorry, Meg. What happened? I don't know. They blacked it out. It's like the director says. Confidential and children don't start with C. The director's a puppet. A dirty, rotten, fat person. Dad says my mama went missing in action. She walked into the city and didn't come back. I don't know what missing in actions is, but I sure
This
wish
is fucking
someone would find
creepy.
her.
I hate this.
I'll help you look, Telfer. We'll find your mama together.
Why is it so fucking creepy? I fucking hate that. Like, porcelain dolls fucking terrify me. Chucky gave me a trauma against porcelain dolls and shit like that. And every time I experience fear, my ankles start to tingle. Like, they get that little itch where I have to, like, if I do not pick my feet up off the ground, then I just feel wigged out and I can't focus on anything until I fix my feet. So right now I'm in my little chair, sitting crisscrossed, so my feet aren't touching the ground, and that's like my little security blanket in quotation marks, basically. And the reason I experienced that is because of what? The second Chucky movie, where Andy's in the military base and Chucky cuts his ankle. Because of that, that's my trauma. My fear response is that my ankles tingle, and that shit fucking made them throb with tingling, basically. That's a very violent explosion. The sound effects are very good as well. There's a transfer of the sound of our feet going across tile to bloody tile. I'm waiting for the day I open that and I gotta fight some big ass bastard. Shotgun, I'm assuming. Oh. Energy, I'm assuming, is the gun.
An object of power. Looks like the hiss of last stone. We need to cleanse it.
That's the disc. That's the disc. I bet you. The floppy disk we just watched the video about. Yep. The floppy disk nuke to gain telekinesis.
It's harder to hear you when I'm here. It's like the channel's been changed. The board's in charge here. They're pyramids in the Bureau seal. Are they really the ones pulling the strings? I'm not their director.
Yeah, no, this is the thing.
Director.
Oh. Hell yeah. So that's energy. Okay, I'm liking telekinesis.
There you are. You were gone. Cut off. I got it. Just like you wanted, right? This will help me fight the hiss.
Obliterated him. I love how now I can pick up everything and toss it. That's why everything's so destructible. That would fucking hurt. An air compressor? Or something like that? I don't think that's... What is that? I know it's a compressor of some type. Not 100% sure what exactly type of compressor it is and what it's used for. I can't wait to get level 1 access. So we can bind the objects of power to ourselves. And the fact that she's denying being the director makes sense. She's like, I don't want this. But there's gotta be a deeper part of her mind that does want this. Otherwise she would have blew her own brains out. He did not last long.
Emily said that the hotline can be reached through the mailroom.
This might be, this game might be a short one, like I might only play a couple hours a night and then switch to something else for the rest of the stream. Because this like, the sound effects that I'm making are very interesting, but it kind of starts to give me a headache if I listen to it too long. Reinformation campaign summary of Willow Awe. National news sites have begun publishing the story of the polar bear attack on the Alaskan town. You all know I don't like to boast, but claiming that the family was killed by migrating polar bears desperate for food because their ecosystem is being ruined by global warming was a stroke of genius. Using current ecological concerns makes the public much less likely to blank, so another AWE behind us, and the public is none the wiser. Well done, everyone. It was a strong campaign and perfectly executed. That doesn't mean we can stop monitoring blank, blank, and blank for any off-message operations or opinions, but it's looking like we're in the clear. Tell Masai out. Oop 5, oops, KE, must be contained in a cell with no other loose material. The object is an 8-inch disc-like containing Soviet-era nuclear launch codes. When bound, the object allows to telekinetically lift material and throw it short distance. See Dr. Darling presentation 11.15 for more information. The object is currently bound to blank for research purposes, stolen from a Soviet military base located in blank by agents blank and blank with the CIA. The diskette contained launch codes to blank missiles believed to be reserved for use against blank. After being returned to America, the diskette began throwing computational hardware at members of the decoding team. An informant in the CIA tipped the Bureau off, and it was requisitioned by agents the next day. The Bureau only allows certain... Okay, so this is Emily Pope by Jesse Faden. This is so weird. The Bureau only allows certain highly trained individuals to handle volatile materials and weaponry. Our demolition experts are instructed in the use of explosions and demolitions with distinct physical laws, making them important assets for engineering work as well as combat situations. His demolition experts are the only observed his variations to wield the specialty-built rocket-propelled grenade that is designed to identify and track blank entities once fired, making them a threat whose termination should be prioritized in combat scenarios. I find it remarkable that the history's strict usage of this weapon to the Bureau personnel who trained specifically for its use. What does this tell us about its behavior? Can it not pass along new information to corrupt entities? Still too many unknowns. Refer to file blank for full report. The Ranger. Rangers are the Bureau's well-trained and well-armed expeditionary forces. Their his-corrupted counterparts are equally formidable. Prior to corruption, Rangers were trained to use a variety of weapons in order to face any threat found during AWE response or threshold exploration. Including submachine guns, assault rifles, and automatic shotguns, HISS Rangers utilize these weapons as well as the advanced tactics taught by Bureau instructors. Some are additionally outfitted with Bureau-made body armor. HISS Rangers have no observed natural abilities beyond some being protected by a shielding of dense HISS resonance, capable of stopping bullets. Considering the advanced training the HISS Rangers are capable of applying to their situation, is it feasible to consider the human mind still remains intact to some degree, or is the HISS able to tap into this combat training and utilize it? Further observation is required. Refer to file blank for the full report. This is so weird. Well, at least I can mute them. A little bit, maybe. I'm gonna be looking for the speakers every time I go into a room now because of this shit. Because for some reason, the way that is, it just gives me a fucking Headache. Got clearance level 1 finally. Oh, fuck, dude. Well, we now have level 1 access. I might want to backtrack a little bit so I can go through the other areas. After we do the call, we'll do some backtracking. Because I figured that'd be a good fight here. You're new. Homicide.
Fly now. Great.
Yeah, okay. That went pear-shaped real fucking fast. That went pear-shaped real fast. I didn't anticipate other individuals being there as well, but the fact that there were. Alright. I'm excited. We might do the backtracking now then, instead. So weird that since we're the director now, that stuff. I mean, it gets rid of the whispering.
You're listening to America Overnight, mystifying railways for more than 49 years. Thank you for staying up with us. Ghosts. We've had many callers over the years tell us of hauntings, voices, and other phantasmagorical phenomena. Today, friend of the show, Dr. Quincy Reagan, tells his story. Quincy, thanks. This is something I experienced recently. while staying at the Chili Pines Motel in Macon for last year's SuspiciaCon. I was in room 47. The night manager, an avid listener of the program, insisted I take this particular room. Now, the manager explained that years back, the body of a man was discovered under the bed, inside that wooden border that motel beds tend to have. And the body had been there a week, he said. Guests had stayed there, sleeping with the corpse a foot below him. They only found the body when housekeepers complained about the smell. Hauntings have been reported in room 47 ever since. I happily took the room. I fell asleep pretty quick, checking under the bed first, of course. No ghosts visited me, no chilly spots or flickering lights. But when I woke up, I found myself under the bed.
That's creepy.
It was dark and stiflingly hot. Luckily, I was able to push the mattress off and crawl out before I suffocated. The night manager was kind enough to find me another room.
There you have it, listeners. What we call ghosts take many forms. Quincy was brave enough to tell his story, and I encourage you to keep calling and writing whenever you encounter something strange. Maybe you're so colorful that we have no room for it.
Oh, that's cool.
Remember, dear listeners, when no one else believes you, we do. America Overdose. We'll be right back.
I just realized it's like the top of the gun that's getting shot off. That's locked still. Probably because we haven't defeated the boss. I'm still exploring because I want to make sure I don't miss anything. Here, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna fast travel really fast. Did I pick this up? I know I did. I just want to double check to make sure. Okay, good. So that's kind of weird that it's not giving me the prompts for my controller. That happened when I died. Hopefully the fast travel will fix it. I'm not too concerned though. You got anything new for me?
The hotline should be in the communications department.
Probably not because I haven't been to the hotline yet. Yeah, I figured.
Thanks, Emily. I'm sure I'll have more questions soon.
Just let me know.
But will you have more answers? I can't shoot any of these bodies. Can't listen to that because it's copyrighted music, so it's muted. Sometimes it's a good thing to double check to make sure you're not missing nothing, because you'll miss stuff like this. Level 4 clearance? Holy shit. I wonder what these are going to be useful for. I know these are probably materials to upgrade stuff, but we'll figure that out later, I suppose. It's so weird that now our portrait has replaced all the other portraits. And we were in a different shirt. Oh, that's so weird. This old house is very interesting. the old house or whatever it's called. At least not all these rooms are pointless. Like, there's stuff in there eventually, or there will be stuff in here eventually, I feel. I just need to make sure I'm not... Not yet. Oh yeah, that's right, we had to jump down directly from this point forward because that was blocked off. But it's weird because some of these pictures and portraits and whatnot Alright. We've seen that before. That equation, that board before. That kind of sucks that it's the same board. It always sucks when you see duplicate stuff like that, but at the same time, I'm not gonna badger the game too much for it. The map's a little hard to read. We already listened to this, right?
Reminder, if...
Yeah. Wait, what?
Reminder, if you experience an unanticipated building shift, follow these simple steps.
Oh, yeah,
1.
We read that. Or listen to that, I should say. I just wanted to double check. I'm gonna double check the director's office too. That's so weird. I got level 1 clearance now, bitches. Not exactly what I intended to do. My mistake. Mr. and Mrs. Potts, I regret to inform you that your son, Graham Potts, was killed in active duty this past week. While the details surrounding his death are classified, I'm honored to tell you that he died in service of country. You can be proud of his courage in the face of danger and his commitment to protecting our nation against her enemies. He will be remembered by his comrades and colleagues. I sincerely regret the pain this message will bring you. Take some solace in knowing that his sacrifice helped protect the country he loved so much. His effects will be returned to you with all speed. Howard J. Murray, Deputy Chief of Communications, Federal Bureau of Control. So that was the only level 1 room I could think of. Oh. Oh. That's like a quote-unquote shortcut. Ah, body's gone. Blood's still there. I'm experimenting really fast to see if there's any secrets So now it's unlocked. At least I assume it is. I'm gonna get lost in this area. Dead letters is that way. Boardrooms that way. Executive and directors is that way. Level 3 clearance. This is open. With the jukebox right there. Which is probably playing some copyrighted music. Sector elevator? No access. All right.
You gave us the permission in the regulations. We wait in the space for the word that describes us as
Enemies respawn, apparently. Havana AWE 48 event summary. An auditory event occurred at the United States Embassy in Havana, injuring the majority of diplomatic staff stationed there. Blank deaths were reported and the outgoing information has been managed. Bureau agents arrived at the embassy on the same day as the event was reported through federal channels, but were too late to witness the AWE, which is reported to have been blank. Staff experienced sudden intense vibration and noise, accompanied by an intense pressure in their ears. Test lasted for blank minutes. No visual phenomena was witnessed. The scene was cordoned off and the embassy staff were transported to the continental U.S. At Formula I.9 or 1.9 was recited in the vicinity, a singular cowboy boot began to vibrate, identifying it as an altered item. The item was contained and brought to the Bureau for examination. See case file A185 for details. This was in 2017. AWE 48, Havana, Cuba. What the Nope. Oh. Unstable area notice. Please be aware, due to recent fluctuations in the nearest control point, this area's stability has been downgraded to yellow. Reference chart: green stable, yellow low possibility of unanticipated building shifts, orange high likelihood of unanticipated building shifts, and red frequent unanticipated building shifts. Okay. A building shift happened. I'll figure that one out later. Well, there's something up there I want. I'll double check this area. I think we've already been here. Yes, we have. That's a good way to figure out whether or not you've been to a place. Blast it and see. There's blocked off. Let's check to see if there's any level 1 areas here. Oh shit. I like how the music like slows down, but it doesn't go away. To Z Trench from P. Bartwell, Department Approval. Greetings, Director Trench. I'd like to thank you for approving my request for the Dead Letters Archive. Cataloging the Bureau's collection of delinquent mail will provide an extremely handy database that research teams can use to search for any connections or related topics found among the letters. Aside from the more functional purpose, the archive will allow us to preserve these windows into authentic human encounters with the paranatural world. The letters came to us from various places and times, gathered by the Postal Service as undeliverable. Yeah. The Bureau is the perfect home for them. I realize not all letters contain accounts of genuine paranatural events, but even the erroneous ones allow us insight into how the unknown is perceived by real people. Of course, I will first compile a system to allow us to analyze the letters for any information or suspected connectors to AWEs and other altered materials. Thank you again. Can't wait to delve into my dead letters. E. Bartwell. Stinging fish? Mr. Governor, I called the police, but they never came to my house. I got a problem and you got to send folk to fix it. I got my wife one of them singing fish on the walls. It's not a real fish. It sings when you hit a button, but it's got the devil in it. It flies around at night and sings devil songs, says lots of cuss words. The devil got in my house because of the fish, and you gotta come handle it. My wife is real upset. When can you come? Sincerely, Dwayne Barr. Like, I'm unaware if this is... Holy shit! That made me jump. Well, that made me jump. Holy shit. Anyways, I'm unaware as to if this is because I've missed stuff or if there's actually been shifts around this area. But I love double tracking, like tracking over myself again, because you can get more resources when the enemies respawn like this, and you can do a little bit of level grinding in quotation marks. Not that we actually get any level. Oh, sorry. Greetings and a good day, Berserk King. How are you today? But yeah, the game is amazing. The story is actually, I'm loving it so far. I'm only 2 hours in, and I'm just getting sucked in, obviously, because I missed your chat. I wonder how long ago you said that. My apologies. I'm just double backing. I'm about to fight the first boss, defeat the His Corrupted Tamasai. He kicked my ass the first time I came across him. But I'm, a low health boost. I'm going through and I'm making sure I don't miss anything like this stuff. Oh, we just watched this, I believe.
Just look at it.
Yeah, we just watched this.
8 inches wide and capable of storing a whopping 80 kilobytes.
But yeah, I'm loving the story. I'm loving the gameplay. For sure. Need clearance level 2 before we can progress anymore. Oh, internet usage rules. Internet is not for social media use. No FBC members of any kind may be scanned or uploaded. FBC email addresses are for work-related correspondence only. Level 5 clearance required to access internet. If a cubicle's black rock shell gets damaged, vacate it immediately and alert Mr. Tamasai. If you notice any text in your work that you do not recall writing, vacate your cubicle immediately and alert Mr. Tamasai. Not connect internal comm devices to the network. Printer is for communications department use only. Altered items are forbidden in the cubicles. Notify security of any breaches immediately. They may require internal lockdown. Oh yeah, Berserk, I'm having a blast and a half with this game so far. It sucked me in within the first 20 minutes and I've just been like enjoying my stay basically in this adventure so far. This is where we got the upgrade telekinesis. Nice. I'm loving the sound effects and stuff like that. The atmosphere so far is wonderful. Level 1 clearance, I think we're pretty much straight on all that. yeah, we've been in here. Oh, we missed this, though. Book Club Samson. Book Club Notes for Penny by L. Sampson. So I don't usually read a lot of sci-fi, but so far as space operas go, this was alright. The title, Unless You, could refer to a bunch of things in the book, I guess, but I thought it was a little vague and stupid. The way the characters kept throwing it around almost like a catchphrase got real annoying real fast. The best part of the story was the space battles. I sided with the fixers, obviously, because they had the coolest tech and their motives made the most sense to me. Honestly, if I had to choose between some hoity-toity flowers, hoity-toity flowers in gun space hippies, or a badass bunch of warriors who go around devouring planets like cheap sushi on a Sunday, I know who I'm picking. That scene where they invade city planet and convert the entire population using those brainworms, and that space dog fight between those two ace pilots, sign me the fuck up. Hold on. What kind of ruined the whole thing for me was when my favorite character got killed not even halfway through the story by getting a battery cylinder launched into his face by a gravitational anomaly. His death didn't feel necessary at all. Some of what they just said, the brain worm thing, that resonates with what's going on right now. I don't know what that means, but we found page 1 of 5 regarding the book covers. Give me one moment. Alright, I've returned. Sorry about that, I had to deal with something. And that something has been dealt with. But yeah, that's one of my biggest issues so far, in quotation marks. Oh shit. Weird. I wonder what's causing the spawning of some of these enemies. Maybe the destruction of these people is? I could be mistaken. But I don't know. I'm just speculating right now. We're in the speculation phase, and we're going to be in the speculation phase for quite some time. I'm just aimlessly roaming around, trying to see what I can see. See if anything interesting pops up. But yeah, one of my biggest weaknesses so far with streaming is not paying 100% attention to chat. That's still locked because that main entrance right there is still down. We've listened to that already. isn't that... That was a room shift over here. I think. This is insane. The way this is like actually kind of randomly happening, how the room's actually shifting ever so slightly, it's hard to keep track of certain things. But it's also like really interesting. Pay attention, this is to a homicide from H. Marshall, proper distinction of lockdown types. Pay attention, Alberto, this is the last time I'm explaining this. Internal lockdowns are manually triggered events that lock one or all of the sectors by restricting the use of the sector elevator, effectively locking staff in their sector until the emergency is handled. They can only be lifted via the directional override and maintenance once the director is satisfied that the situation is under control. External lockdowns are a bigger deal. Nothing in or out of the whole building. It's only triggered by a code red containment breach based on some complicated system that security and research slap together. It can only be lifted once A, the threat has been neutralized, and B, a high clearance individual gives the system the all clear. The process is not the same as the directional override. Stop saying so in the documentation. I know it's confusing as hell. I've told Darlin 100 times to change it, but they're adamant it stays the way it is. Honestly, I don't think they even know how to change it at this point. Let's just make sure our staff understand how this mess all works, okay? Marshall. Ati! That's Ati's music. Where's Ati, though? This is another room shift, I think. Oh, shit. Data breach. FBC Accounting Department Director Zach Bjark Trent. Major, staff and surveillance, data center initiative construction, minor office equipment, janitor costs, mold removal, HQ livability costs. Oh. System security evaluation confirmed data breach. Last month, our on-site server experienced an intrusion by unauthorized users. After a thorough investigation, it was confirmed that the user only accessed a video file, which contained portions of various Dr. Darling presentations. Investigators were able to track the users through their IP addresses. The following are the confirmed identities of these users: Patrick Strugents, Rubens Nogriar, Arto Kolomilaki, Christopher Mills Bowling, Jacko Sarne. These individuals are in breach of Bureau Code 91 and have been placed under surveillance by our external investigation team. Further action is pending. These cubicles are not what I anticipated them being, in all honesty. Is that still here? It is. Alright. Well, let's see if we can kick its ass now.
They can fly now. Great. One HP in a dream, didn't expect that to explode like that. I'm panicking, I'm nervous, and I'm fucking... not wanting to die here. We've almost got him. Got him. Well, it's stage 1 apparently. I have a feeling he'll be back. Let's stay focused. The hotline should be past the mailroom.
Nice. Now, let's go around, check everything to make sure we can collect all the stuff that we missed. I know there's a thing over here. Federal Bureau of Control. This is to M. Melozzi from J. Bozer. Golf on Sunday. Hey Malcolm, your EST time is at 7. I'll see you at the course on Sunday morning. By the way, have you heard about this Tennyson report? Apparently there's a bunch of copies drifting around the office. Trent's is looking to get his hands on any information about who wrote it. You wouldn't happen to have heard anything about it, would you? See you Sunday, Jim. Creepy. They got wiped out by dude, I'm assuming. It's gonna be hard to keep track of all the room shifts. I actually almost, like, thinking about it, want to go back and, like, make a compilation of all the obvious official room shifts. Like, things that no matter what cannot be denied. Butte AWE 17, 9/23/1992, Butte, Montana. A spate of disappearances was traced to a home in the city of Butte where Bureau agents discovered a translocative light switch cord. Bureau agents arrived at the home of a local celebrity located at blank blank, which had been connected to a total of blank disappearances in the area. Agents found no one inside. While searching a closet, an agent pulled a light switch cord and disappeared from view. Another agent was selected to pull the cord in order to replicate the event, and he disappeared as well. Both agents were discovered at the oldest house, blank days later, found in a sealed room by rangers exploring a new area of the house. The light switch cord in the Butte home's closet disappeared during this incident. Really?
Alberto
Well done, everyone. It was a strong campaign and perfectly executed. Alberto Tomasai.
Mossy, head of comms. The hiss got him.
Accuracy boost. Ooh. Ooh. 5% accuracy. Energy gain from headshots. Damage well low on health.
Alright, take this down. The situation in Cuba has been evaluated by the relevant authorities. The mysterious illness affecting the staff at the U.S. Embassy in Havana was caused by sonic weaponry in the hands of a foreign power. Numerous personnel have damage to the inner ear, but most are expected to make a full recovery. Of course, the event also damaged their cellular walls, but we can't blame that on some stupid noise gun. Thank God no local doctors examined them first. Honestly, what are the odds an altered item will show up inside a U.S. embassy? Talk about good luck, huh? So much easier to... Hey, are you still recording this?
Huh. That's great. It was kind of an ass.
The hotline can't be far now.
But understandable. The house is moving ever so slightly. I hear the phone ringing now, though. After this, I might wrap it up for the evening with this game and then switch over to something else. After this talk with the hotline, we'll probably switch to a different game for a little while. Lots of reading we've done. Oops. Hiss elevated. Oh. Field research on Hiss entity, Hiss elevated agent. Same old, Emily Pope, Jesse Faden. Hiss elevated agents display abilities similar to telekinetic competencies observed in Bureau Para-utilitarians. Some prefer to charge their targets, while others launch objects at them. Telekinetics attacks have been ineffective against the Hiss elevated due to their own talent in the area. They do not use any weaponry except their own paranatural capabilities. Some Hiss elevated have been seen levitating while strapped into chairs. This is likely the result of individuals being corrupted while undergoing cognitive recording and parapsychology. How are they able to use paranatural abilities? Is it possible that these individuals bound to objects of power prior to corruption? It's also worth considering that the Hiss resonance can identify and express latent paranatural ability in individuals it corrupts. Refer to file blank for the full report. Alright. Hotline Security Log. All visitors must check in. 8/19/2019, 2:45 p.m. Director Trent. 8/26/2019, 12:13 Director Trench. 8/31/2019, 11:09 p.m. Bill Evett. I'm gonna go. Yeah, it's ooh. 10/26/2019, 11:11 p.m. Carol Bishop, custodian. Now my question is if it's gonna do a thing for us. The Butte supplement. Oh. This is okay. I wonder if there's a Havana supplement somewhere that I missed. According to their testimony, the agents have been transported from the Butte home to a roadside motel named the Ocean View Motel and Casino and discovered a room key by performing a ritual. See file MOT01. The key opened a door marked with an inverted black pyramid, which they only learned after a lengthy period of trial and error. After pulling another motel cord found inside the room, they were transported to the oldest house. The disappearances of the home's owner and the other locals of Butte have been attributed to the light switch cord. The Ocean View Motel is now known to have many doors and pathways. Since the occurrence, identical light switch cords to the one found in the Butte home have begun appearing throughout the oldest house. At the time of writing, blank light cords have been found in the oldest house, located in the blank and blank sectors. These all access the Ocean View Motel, though how exactly this link operates is blank, but initial hypothesis center on the Butte AWE as a blank blank. See Dr. Darling presentation 24.3 for more detail. That's insane.
The Ocean View Motel and Casino. Dream logic. The light switch cord. Door marked with the black pyramid.
Have we been here before? No. I've stayed at a lot of roadside motels across the country, on the road.
We just read about this.
On the run, under the radar. This feels like all of them, like something recognized from a dream.
Uh-oh. I think my...
Hello? Anyone here?
Oh, shit. That's awesome. That's awesome. Hold on. I can open that door, but I don't want to.
Key has a black pyramid on it.
What if? Can't ring it like that. Okay, good. That's a portrait of us. Fucking crazy. Notice. Ocean View Motel and Casino entry point. Catalyst light switch. The law of 3 applies. Alright. Extra-dimensional entities, the hotline will allow us to contact them. Oh, we lost 800. Okay, we lost. Okay, so that's a punishment for dying. We lose money. Makes sense. We have to avoid him like that.
It is a phone. It's an object of power. It doesn't connect to any typical network. A direct line to the astral plane and the board. And my hypothesis is, under the right conditions, to other planes of existence as well.
A director needs a team. My management team. These people know the secrets of the Bureau as well as I do. Some even better.
Max Payne.
Darling, Tomasi, Salvador, Marshall. Marshall especially, my head of operations.
Emma's gonna be our...
through me. She knows I don't like relying on people. The only person you should fail is yourself. But things change when you become director.
We're in the office. Our nose is bleeding.
I have it. The hotline. I can reach Trench. Well, listen to him. He feels more like an echo. An echo with important info. I need to get back to Emily.
That's just crazy. Objects should be inaccessible for use except for the director. Description parallel. The object is a 1960s era red-black bakelite telephone. The rotary dial has been replaced with a black knob of unknown purpose. The phone weighs blank. The object allows the director to communicate with the blank. If used by anyone other than the director, the object will cause lethal blank. Probably brain hemorrhaging. See Dr. Darling presentation 11.6 for more information. The object is currently bound to Director Trench. Background. The object spontaneously manifested in the director's office, placed on the desk. Director Northmore was the first known bureau agent to use it. A battery of tests were run on the object, including blank and blank, but its origin remains unknown.
It took us a long time to learn how to stabilize the control points, the ley lines, the meridians of the oldest house. Darling found a way to soothe this beast. We discovered we must cleanse control points of all interference. It's my duty as the director, like Northmore before me. I couldn't manage it in my own house. At my home, I'll damn well do it here.
Yeah, the reason I said Max Payne is because that's the voice actor.
Points, the oldest house would swallow us alive. We'd be sealed inside an endless labyrinth. No one would hear our screams. If an enemy ever managed to corrupt the control points, it'd be over fast, spreading like a cancer, leaping over the fire breaks like a crown of fire. They are the weak point. Darling's right about that. He's wrong about everything else. Dangerously wrong. Suspiciously wrong. Has he been compromised?
Okay, we're gonna I think we've already seen Hotline, but we're gonna do it again just to be sure.
I can hear the hotline ringing in my dreams, constantly ringing. Ringing so loud I can't hear the voice I'm straining to understand. Why don't I pick up? It's a secure line of communication with the board. They would tell me what I need to know. Do I fear their answers? Would they have warned me of this threat? I didn't see it coming. The traitor in our midst. A conspiracy plotted right behind me. I can't trust anyone. I must assume all my intel has been manipulated. The hotline is the only channel I can trust. Bind it, control it. The rule and the ritual with objects of power. It can't be tampered with. The lifeline to the astral plane and the board. I must seek guidance. Soon. I'll rest first. I'm so tired. Always tired now. But I must reach the hotline. I think I'm under attack. An attack of dementia, exhaustion. It's a rain cloud making me forget. The hotline. I must reach the hotline.
He became unfit to be the director. That's why the house made him kill himself. They needed a new director.
A director needs a team.
This is the one we just saw.
My management team. These people know the secrets. The Ocean View Motel and Casino is a familiar friend to me. I stayed in countless motels like it while investigating AWEs across the country, back in my field agent days. Those roadside motels all bleed together like a dream. Same and not the same. Anywhere and nowhere. The Ocean View operates on dream logic, and the light switch cord leaks out to be found in the most unexpected places, and sometimes successfully encouraged to appear and act as a convenient lock to keep out those not trained in dreamscape navigation. Even Bureau veterans can only find one key in the motel. The key that opens the door marked with the inverted black pyramid. The rest, the many other doors, are still mysteries to us. We're all merely guests there. Even the board.
Oh,
Sometimes
shit.
I need to visit, just to breathe easier for a while. It beats the numb, sterile apartment I spend my nights in, insulated from everything but myself. I guess that's where the whiskey comes in. Something's coming. The whisper's growing louder. The worst winter storm in Bureau history. A retribution for my sins. Our sins. This threat could destroy the Bureau, everything I've built. Destroy me. A web spun, turning this place against me. I catch glimpses of it in the corner of my eye. It's just out of reach. Elusive. It's clever. A perverse game of hide and seek. Is this part of an attack? Obfuscating the facts. Dimming my eyes. It's hard to tell. I need answers. I haven't heard back from Darling. I fear for my friend, my closest ally. I think we made a terrible mistake all those years ago. That thing he studies is putting us all in danger. It's my duty as director to keep the Bureau safe. It'll be difficult. What's done can't be undone. There's no easy fix. Magical thinking is a requirement for survival. Pain and suffering are mandatory. To change things, you have to break yourself. I don't know if I have the strength. I'm old and weak. I'm afraid. I can see my hands trembling. I'm losing control.
This is crazy. This story is phenomenal. Ooh. You are the director now. We expect independence, dependence. You are authority chosen one. The Bureau game needs you. So it's talking to both the player and Jesse.
People react strongly when I tell them about you. Is it too soon to tell Emily? She might be able to help.
Oh, I know this isn't gonna be what happens. Launch energy's lowered, energy recovery speed's quicker. But just for shits and giggles, I want to see if I know it's not going to. Yeah, I thought so. I just like checking stuff like that in video games because I always love when they switch stuff around like that. Director's office is right here. This is just opened up for us. Oh shit. This is for Trench Bureau funding. To all executive staff, I know there is some concern regarding our operations exceeding the annual budget. So long as we operate within the oldest house, we are obscured from scrutiny in many respects. If our budget demands are not exorbitant to the point of drawing attention, then they will be granted by the U.S. Treasury without question. The FBC is just another line in another spreadsheet that some lowly accountant won't even notice. Their eyes will skip over us, as if we aren't even there. The nature of the oldest house allows us certain freedoms in how we operate. Our being here is no accident. Regards, Zachary R. Trench, director of the Federal Bureau of Control. So basically they're saying they could get almost as much money as they want. So we're gonna go to Emily, but we're not gonna talk to her yet. We're probably gonna save at that little save point and then go from there. Yeah, it does immediately save it. We'll wait for that to go away and then I'll wrap it up. That was fun. We've only played for 3 hours today, right? But I feel like all that was a good point. It's a good time for us to digest what's everything that's happened so far. Ahti, I want to know more about Ahti for sure. This place is so interesting. I love story-based games like this. It gives you the freedom to go wherever you want to go, but you have like a main focal point to go to. This is still the main area we're in. Like, we're in the executive sector. And we've been in a lot of different places so far. I'm pretty sure we're missing some things, but this is fine. But yeah, we'll start off tomorrow by talking to Emily. I'm probably gonna switch to a different game for a couple of hours. I am pretty tired, so I don't know what I'm gonna be playing yet, but we'll figure that out when I get there. Mission select's interesting. Anyways, no, I had a good time. But for the time being, that is gonna be it for me. For YouTube. So, if you enjoyed the adventure so far in the first part of Control, you know what to do if you haven't already. I thank you in advance for doing so. And until next time, take care and have a good one, YouTube. Bye-bye.